So it's the whole thing. This is mind, body, soul. It's all together. It should be integrated. Part of the problem sometimes is that we fragment it. And that's why we give up what we've been talking about. We give up freedom and we let external forces impact us and take us out of our mind, because the mind is over here and we think the body is over here. So the body mess around, react, do something to somebody because it was separated from the mind. But when they integrate it and we see ourselves as a whole, we tend to, like you said, Roger, you ain't let them get to you. Because your mind said, they're coming at me like this, and my body, my ears is hearing this. But I'm not gonna let my ear, the physical thing, respond to that. I'm integrated. My mind say, I know what your ears heard, but you don't have to react to that. Because I'm integrated.
In the way back when, we wasn't here, in the way back when we was in ourselves and was ourselves, we didn't have a question about the mind and the body and the spirit. We didn't have questions about that because we understood that when we say, we make our world with words, when we say mind, we're talking about everything we know we don't know that is us. Everything we know that we don't know that is us. We've been brought here, we think, because we were enslaved. We think we were brought here because we were enslaved. We were brought here for a purpose. The purpose is higher, so much higher than the enslavement. But we've allowed our speak to be colonized so that when we look in the mirror, we don't recognize our we. So that when I look at you, Anthony, I see me. I don't see you separate from me. I see we. I see me. Because I understand that 99 9/10% of what's in you is the same thing as in me. That this fuel that I take in on a daily basis, this thing we call air, you breathe the same thing. That this water that I drink, Roderick, is the same water you drink. That this food that I'm eating is the same food we all eat. So what makes us different?
Our thought.
Our thought. Where that come from? Thought don't come from the mind. That ain't where your thought is coming from. Where is your thought coming from? Your thought.
I would say spirit.
No, ain't coming from spirit.
I said training.
What? Who said that?
I said training.
Training. Who trained you?
You watch your elders. You watch, your elders. How they act and how they respond. So
Where did who trained them?
Their elders. So it's like
What was the environment? What was the environment?
church,
Family.
Church, family. What else?
You said enslavement.
Who?
You said enslavement, right?
Enslavement.
Yeah.
What else?
Self.
struggle.
What struggle?
I mean, this is the struggle that we had back then. That's what we pretty much kind of dealing with.
Okay, so you're talking about the after enslavement? Or are you talking about the enslavement?
Yeah.
The after enslavement?
Yeah.
Okay. What makes the after enslavement different than the enslavement?
I would think because before we didn't have our own, path. Before, after we started to get our own path, and we still let our thoughts and our mind keep us trapped in that society of I would say, me personally, as a white man.
Okay, there's the elephant in the room.
Yes.
The white man, the elephant in the room. You ain't the white man?
Huh?
Ain't you the white man?
No.
No?
I'm not.
What makes you different? You black?
No, I'm just.
Yeah, that's what I am.
Your beard is black.
Yeah. I'm a brown man.
Excuse me, bro.
Yes, sir.
Could you tell them that story about getting
You mean the one that I'm the white man?
Fote. Yeah, tell them about Fote.
I went to
I think
Africa
it's
in 2004. First time. Stayed there for 2 months. For 1 whole month, I was called Fote.
It was called.
Fote.
Fote.
F-O-T-E with a slash. Fote in Madinka, Susu, means the stranger. The stranger that they're talking about was a white man. They saw me and my partner who I was with as white people.
Because you're Americanized.
Hello.
Yeah, I get that.
It's not a color thing.
It's a different,
It's different.
Yeah.
How? What makes it different?
Oh, I know.
What makes it
A
different?
lot of it has to do with the ideologies and the best term that I could use is once they brought us over here, they trained us to be them.
Okay, but wait a minute. Let's back up. Back up. Culture.
Yeah.
What is culture, LaShonda? What's culture?
Culture is a learned background.
Just because I know some backstory, tell them how they treated those Germans and why. And this will give you a hint.
Ha! I went to drum with a master teacher who was my eldering teacher at that time. We were in his compound, this whole block, walled in. These Europeans, some Germans, were there with us. Now, the Germans who were there with us, hi, come on in.
Come on in.
Welcome.
Welcome.
The Germans who were there with us, does anybody know any German people?
Yeah.
I work with a German person.
What kind of attitude do they have?
The one I work with is like better than me.
What else?
Real arrogant and cocky.
They're arrogant and cocky and they try to run everything.
Everything.
All right? Now, I don't know your German, but these Germans from Germany, that's who they were. Okay? The Africans dealt with them like they knew who they was. They ran around who they were. Me and my partner couldn't handle it because this German guy was chasing this little girl. She was about 5 or 6 years old. And he would chase her and she would run from him like she was scared of him. I had to step in front of him and tell him that the next time he chased her, I was going to chase him. So our whole thing while we were there was putting these Europeans in check. Not because we took it on as our job, but because being who we were at that time in 2004, 15 years ago, I couldn't help myself. I was black,
But forte to them.
but forte to them. You understand the difference?